Hello everyone, PaperSpock here for another day where we try to take down the challenge of day one in the blueprints. These spoilers for things other than just the first day of the game, so look away now or you might get spoiled if you don't want that. Start out by deleting our save from last time. Then we'll start out a new game here. Quest mode. There's a chance I get interrupted today, so I apologize if there's like a strange cut at some point or if the video ends early. Hopefully it shouldn't, though. Also got a nice cup of chamomile tea here today. I'm looking forward to sipping on that, but you might hear me sip some tea. Don't know how that works. Never done it before. Don't know how well my mic settings are set up to prevent that sort of thing. I'll try not to slurp the tea, though. Okay, we get off to a good start with the hallway. Zoom through here. Get the parlor. We're gonna draft one more room because I think we need to draft 3 rooms to trigger the hey, you've played this before mode. And I probably should have done the storeroom, but oh well. We've got 3 rooms drafted now. Grab the wind-up key. Gems are on the desk. No, they're in this box. We've seen this one. I think we've gotten this 3 times in a row now. Kind of funny. We grab this gem here. We'll work our way up. Huh. I think I'm going to do the utility closet. I wonder if there's a good green room strategy. I mean, you do get more items. You know what? I've never done this before. We're going to see how this pans out. There should be, maybe this is one of the spots on the map where you don't get many gems. Now, we do, though, get a, metal detector. That'll be good for us. And I don't think I've looked at the greenhouse from outside the house before. This would be a cool one to do, but I think, yeah, we're on the east side of the house. So if we get a lever, we can open the south entrance with some backtracking. Billiard room for the key, I think we do. Nothing over here. We start with 4. Then we get 7. And then we get 8. 11 minus 3 is again 8. It's usually 20, but this time it's 16. I mean, usually when they teach you multiplication, the first thing they throw you out is something that equals 20, but 9 minus 7 is 2 times 10 is 20. There we get 20. There's not too many numbers you can multiply up to and stay beneath 20, so 20 is a common one they like to throw at you early. I think the rounding mechanic might partially have been inspired by that fact. Maybe they were like, hey, we'd like to be able to incorporate a few more numbers. Oh, these are all 3 dead ends. I can either get a key, or I could get more than a key and not waste one of my rooms that would let me continue later on. So, the choice is pretty obvious. Because this and the lavatory are dead ends, so they're equivalent in terms of, like, getting things out of the pool, but what do we want to do here? I think we want to do If I do this, then I only have 1 out. If I do this, then I have 2 outs in my next room, so this is safer. We may get a gem. Oh, looks like we get a chest instead. Chest could be a gem. It's a little risky using our only key. We do have a silver key if we run into a door. And we get a pair of dice, which is quite powerful. Might leave us wishing we had taken the power supply room, but I digress. We have to take the aquarium here, or else it's game over. I would love for this to be locked, Because then I could use the silver key. Utility closet boxes me in pretty badly here. Spare room doesn't, guest bedroom does. So I think I almost want to re-roll this. I'm thinking about re-rolling this. I'm gonna risk it and go with the utility closet. We can deal with the consequences if we need to. West Wing Hall is a must now. Let's flip our switches in here, though. There we go. And there's something on the ground here. It would be cool if it was a key, but it's money. But you know what? We can eventually leverage our money. Okay. Draft down here in hopes of getting a dead end. This is a better dead end. This doesn't show up as common, though. This is... I don't think it's the most common, but it's like regular rarity. I want to say this is less rare, but it gets us steps. We're already down to 37 steps. I think we pretty much should go for it, regardless. I'll look around for anything else in this room. Okay. Corridor and chapel. Corridor is probably the best. Um, it being locked isn't that big of a benefit, but it's like not bad either. Garage or spare room? We have to go spare room here. We could redraw. Spare room isn't the worst, but I think I want to redraw what I have here. That chapel is actually pretty cool. Now that's actual lighting from the outdoors. Because this is the outer wall of the house, so that's kind of fun. I don't know that this actually looks any different than usual, but I would love to see what's on the painting behind the sun there. I feel like you can see parts of it, but hard to see. And I don't think when you do the thing in this room, decided I should be a bit more vague about spoilers rather than just say that blatant. But I think when you do the thing in this room, it doesn't adjust that part of it. And I don't think that's Draxus behind there. We don't get Draxus, but that's not Draxus. We have the holly in stained glass. That's interesting. I hadn't considered that before. But there's something... Yes. This room was more a tribute to your uncle's vanity than it was to his faith. I wonder if that's what it's talking about. We keep seeing the lavatory so much here. I think spare room is the play, though. I would love to get a garage at this point, but no garage for us. I don't want to close off this area. I think I'm going to go with the nuke. I said that weird. For some reason, my brain wanted to say the nuke, but it's the nook. And then pronouncing it, I think I said a fusion of the two. Do I want to open the key there? Do I really want to lose extra money? I don't know. I'm going to go this way, I think. Not sure it's the right play. Okay, yes, this would be a fantastic place for a silver key. Cloister would be nice. Darkroom's not too bad here. Except for stepwise. Weight room is pretty bad stepwise. I literally can't get the cloister. So what do we want to do here? I think I'm going to go darkroom and just deal with the step situation. And the money situation. This has turned out to be a very expensive chapel. How much backtracking we're doing through it, but it goes that way sometimes, I guess. I'm feeling less and less good about this run. Did I have the keycard? Yeah, keycard entry system is off. Just kind of bad with all resources. Like, we're still... we're about midway through. About to say we were still early on, but we really aren't still early on here. Maybe there's some awesome item that... oh, a key card? Oh, gosh. If we find a locked door, that means we need to go back to the utility closet in that case, which is kind of horrible. Closet, I really could use some items. But I also could really use some stuff. I think I'm going to go for the guest bedroom. And I get a gem while I'm at it, so that's two birds, one stone situation. Now we go through this door. And we have our passageway. That is a lot of gems. It's all our gems. I'm not sure it was a good call, but I think all those entrances... Oh, are you kidding me? You kidding me? Ah, jeez. This is why it's bad to run out of gems. This is why this was maybe not the wisest choice on my part. Green rooms don't cost gems to draft. Well, this could become powerful. And I have one gem now, so things are looking up a little. I love this view of the statue. I'm going to take a screenshot for my own purposes for later, but this is... The only thing I wonder, the thing I'm curious about, is if I got the secret garden in this position, would that somehow interact with this statue? I assume someone has tried that before, and we know whether or not it works. But it is something I'm very curious to try. I'm also curious why there's a boat there. Yeah, this is the first time in a while I've been like, I'd like to do some runs to try something a bit weird. Getting the secret garden in this exact spot. Um, That won't be something I would make a video of. I would just do it on my own save file. But it is position 4, so I'm gonna also screenshot that. It's kind of... Is it straight on? This is the dead center. It's a little off to the center, off to the side. Other question is, can I look at the statue from the side of the house? I could probably do some interesting stuff with that, though, playing around. Oh my gosh. This run's just a killer. I'm gonna do the archives. I'm doing the archives. Stuff is dire. Okay. Yeah, that was the problem I was worried about. Okay, we're gonna do the secret passage because we can guarantee a green room. And if we guarantee a green room, we know it's gonna be free. We're gonna use a key, I guess. Courtyard, cloister, courtyard, or something special. We're gonna do the cloister. Let's see which doors we have open here. We're gonna hope this is a green room. It's the bathroom. Okay. We've gotten to that from our pool finally. That's locked. Okay, courtyard. We've got ourselves a shovel. Come on, please be a turnip. It's a rock. Yeah. I guess due diligence says I go back and I double check these doors. I have, I don't know. I definitely don't think I should have taken the archives. And I shouldn't have taken the passageway. And this run may have just been screwed anyways. We're taking this. Oh, we can't take this. Wonderful. Um, you would have thought we would have gotten more keys, wouldn't you have? Why didn't I take security? Maybe I didn't have the gem that I have now just yet. I don't know. You locked? You're locked. Okay. We're gonna call it a day. And take some sips of my tea. It's hot enough I do have to blow it off, so you're probably going to get some sounds. I apologize for that. Ah, it is good and refreshing, though. Okay, let's reset day one, give this another go. Also, we can have an M&M. I have some M&Ms in a little Ziploc bag here. It probably isn't great sound. No, I didn't want to load this. Hmm. I'm gonna take another sip of tea to try to melt the stuff without crunching it. I didn't think this through too well. Okay, here we skip. I love that little ominous music. Okay. Hallway. This is certainly the pattern I've settled on. I'm not sure it's the best pattern, but I almost want to do lavatory just with how plagued I was last time, but I'm gonna do pantry. Get a few extra steps, a little extra money. I shouldn't say extra. I didn't have any money before, but now we're talking. Closet gives us a coin purse and a die. That's an interesting mix to start out with. No keys, no gems. Oh. Now I'm going to do the guest bedroom for the steps, I think. I will step in because there's usually something inside. Oh my gosh, the magnifying glass. That is quite useless to us. There is, I think, a niche scenario where you can make it into a contraption. I am tired of seeing the lavatory. We're just drafting it here. That's maybe a horrible choice, but I don't care. I'm tired of seeing the lavatory. I just realized how bad the observatory is, though, because I've been like, oh, you get the 1 coin value, but you're trading gems for a coin. Trading 1 gem for 1 coin. That's a pretty horrible exchange rate. There's 16. There's 16. Now we need 8. And now we need 12. Now we need 16 again. Now we need 12 minus 7. 5 times 4 is 20. Really? A multiplication that results in 20 on this dartboard? Who could have guessed? Okay. This is an interesting thing. It's going to be a little tricky at first, but I think we can play with it pretty well. Parlor. Corridor is the safest option in terms of not boxing ourselves in, so that's what we're doing. Um, Yeah, we pretty much have to take a turn to the right, which I don't like. I wanted to fill in the left corner some more, but we're gonna need keys soon, but we don't need keys quite yet. Oh, there's an apple. Let's see. Gems are in the true box. There's only one box in this room. That's false. There are 4 boxes in this room. That's also false. So the gems are in this box. This is just a filler room, but I'm fine with that. I'm fine with it being a filler room. I want to stay on this rank, where there's fewer locked doors. Den. Not a great position for the den. Also not a great position for security, but I have the key card. I want to make as many locked doors as possible, so... Oh, right, we need to skip this cutscene. Let's see how many items I've missed. Hopefully none. 1 gem. Oh. That's horrible, actually. And why would we change the offline mode? You know, I don't know why I would change the offline mode, but I always do. Okay, where would we expect there to be a gem? Closet I took 2 items from. No, the closet I took the dice and the coin purse from. That's 2 items. Pantry, I've never known to have gems. The hallway, I've never known to have gems. Thought I grabbed something out of the guest bedroom. That's probably where I'd check first, though. Billiards hall, I don't know that I checked the desk. Yeah, I'm really mystified. I'd be curious to go back and look a little bit, but I think instead we're going to do the den. No, we're going to do the... No, we can't do the passageway. Because we don't have that 1 gem that I somehow missed. Now this, I sometimes miss that gem. Which is incredibly silly, because that's the main... I shouldn't say main point of this room, but it's a good reason to draft this room, certainly. Okay, if I draft the storeroom, then I get a key, so I can open that door. If I draft the bedroom, I could have 2 locked doors. Commissary, I could buy something, but probably not. You know, I'm going to get this. It limits my entrances, but that other entrance isn't really an option unless I have a key anyway, so... We're up to 3 gems now. Oh, that was a chest. That was a chest hidden in the corner. Do I gamble? You know what? This ends the run if I'm wrong, and this doesn't have a key in it, but I don't like this run very well anyway. Okay, I guess I get to do it a bit longer, but my thought was, you know, I'm in a struggling position in this run right now. Better to end it early. Passageway here is kind of awesome, actually. As long as... Darkroom isn't great here. There are worse things. I don't have a utility closet at all yet, though. And they're gonna buzz off on me. Okay, this way. Okay, nice, it wasn't locked. Chapel. I can handle the chapel. Let's see if this is open first. Nope. I think I maybe knew that and had forgotten, but oh well. Anything up here? Nope. Dining room. Nook. Kitchen. I think I want the dining room. And I'm gonna look around a little here. I would love a T-shaped room. I would... That doesn't matter. Also doesn't matter. I guess I draft into the dark room. Hope for the best. Okay, I've got a key card. We're gonna draft the gem option in hopes that it's like really awesome. It is actually kind of awesome. Let's see if we can go for a locksmith. No, we can't get special cost bypassed. Commissary is regular items for sale. I could reroll. I think I can swap keys and gems here for 5 gold, which is what I'm going to do. Even though I don't love that, but it gets us money with gems. Yeah, I don't love this, but it's what I think probably gives me the best chance of continuing on this run for a little bit longer. However, we are going to try the other dark room option as well. See what we get there. Let's take the really rare room. It's the furnace. Wouldn't you know? Okay, we have a key now. We're guaranteed at least one option we can take. Oh, it's the weight room. How fantastic is that? I am, I probably should just restart this room, but we do get a lever here. And we get another security door. You know... Okay, in the gym it is. We have to do the gym. And I apologize for the little bit of stutter that I'm seeing we're getting right now. Okay, utility closet. That ends the run. Archives sure keep the run going, though. And maybe it didn't end the run. I may have been wrong on that, but we are getting into 2 runs where I end up saying, screw it, let's take the archives in a row. That's kind of wild. That is kind of wild. Bedroom. Yes, we need steps, so we're going to go into the bedroom, and we can sure use whatever's in that chest, but we can't. We don't have a way to get into it, so... the game decides to be generous and give us a mystery room. It's the workshop. Oh no. Oh no. Magnifying glass. Battery pack. No, they don't do anything. I can't remember what the electromagnet was, but... we're coming, like, scarily close to... Yeah, I think this is going to be game over here. A code check is... I feel like there might be an item in here. It makes items lying around the house less likely. Sure, but if it gives us an item, it could be worth it. But I think I was wrong on that. Yeah, there's some interesting stuff around here, for sure. But nothing really relevant to what we're trying to do. And it gets us back into the weight room, so we don't have as many wasted steps on our way back to remind ourselves that this door is probably actually really super locked. Yep. I'm going to trust myself that the dining hall was still locked and I didn't just forget it. Some good items there. Some good items there. And the workshop. So, there's maybe, like, a way that could have had potential. Maybe. The gem I missed, wherever it was. That's really sad. East wing favored. So it's the east-facing villa. I'm gonna check the time, but I think I'm going to go for one more run. Yeah. The thing is, if I get a really good run, and it goes the whole time, that's an hour more of me playing along. So it's a little scary. But yeah, we'll do one more. Right, this is where I skipped the cutscene. Okay, we go off to the right. Hallway. We draft another room. Let's make it a parlor. Draft this room this way. I'm okay with it being a storeroom. Let's nab it now since it doesn't really matter when we nab the stuff from here. Where's our key? Our wind-up key. There it is. Okay. This box and the white box are both empty. Statement on the white box is true. These two are false. There we go. We're gonna do early utility closet. I think regular closet might have been something with a strong argument for it, but I wanted to lock down the utility closet because that ultimately is the way into the tomb, which is probably the easiest way to get to the far side of the water. Okay, spare room is fine here. Let's fill on our left side, our west wing a little, I should say. Two options for redraw. You know what? I like that. We can be a little choosier, get a little more interesting stuff going on, and we can... Where is the candles? There are the candles. There we go. 4:15. Boom, we're in. Okay. So now... Nook is good for keys. Let's do the Nook. See what we want to build out this way. Oh, you know, I think I'm cool with the closet here. Not a bad early start for resources. I'm a little worried about resources later on. So how do we want to get locked in? Let's get locked in with keys. We could get the secret garden key here. That's a possibility. Let's look around for a gem. Apparently, maybe a gem could have spawned in this room. I didn't know. Don't see one. Okay, here we go. Time for some math. 12. 1 plus 2 is 3. And then we have 19 minus 13 is 6. 13 minus 2 is 11. 10 times 2 is 20. Imagine that multiplication resulting in 29 minus 7 is 2 times 10 is 20. They really gave us 20 twice in a row. Okay, we're really good on keys now. Like, really, really good. Just looking one last time around. We leave this room. Onward and upward. Security's honestly, like, really cool here. Okay. Okay, we're skipping this. Please tell me I haven't missed something critical again. One fruit. Okay, I can live with one fruit. High security and make them unlocked. Because we hit the utility closet earlier. Yep, just wanted to double check that. Oh, the one fruit's in here. Okay, cool. I don't have to feel bad at all. Chapel, the bedroom, the dark room. I think I would rather the bedroom here. Okay, this is a no-brainer. We have 5 keys. Ooh. A compass, and I don't know if I like the compass, because I do like the option to draft downwards sometimes. The den, the commissary? I want the commissary for the shape of the room. Guest bedroom's good for the steps. The den is good for the number of entrances and the gem. I think I'm going to go the commissary. I just really want to try to get the garage. Well, there you go. Anything of interest here? I'm really good at missing stuff, so I've got to look around closely. Hmm. Hmm. Well... I'd like to go out there with dice. But you know what? I think I'm going to go out there now to just open up the shortcut. Open up the west gate. And I don't have to open this just yet. I'm going to, though. Nah, no tomb. Okay, tool shed. 2 special items. Really? Metal detector and the mallet. The sledgehammer, I should say. Hooray! The west gate's open. I can already tell I'm going to be tempted to do another run because I don't think this one's going to pan out. What I want now is I want the Fool. I want to drain the fountain. I want a lot of steps. I'm suddenly wanting a lot more than I wanted before. And this game is not always going to behave nicely to you if you're wanting a lot of things from it. Darkroom's a bit of a... Well, it doesn't have to be that risky of a play. We have a... That does cost steps, but I think it's worth it in this case. We're going to have to find steps somehow later on. Okay, Darkroom, turn you on. No, that's not the Darkroom. This should be our Darkroom. Up ahead, yes. There could be an item in here, too. I should look around. They're, kind of useless with what I have set up. That's fine. Lavatory, furnace, or kitchen. Kitchen would be our last gem, so we're gonna do the lavatory. I don't see anything in there. Boiler room. We wouldn't want a boiler room just yet, honestly. Chapel, probably pretty good. We don't have a lot of money anyway. Entry, guest bedroom. I think I'm gonna go guest bedroom. Key. Good. Ah, can't take what I don't have. One of our keys down. We immediately want to start looking, though, for gems. Gymnasium. Yeah, this is off. This is off. There's nothing to fear here. I really want a shuffle. The den does give us a gem. And it keeps an entrance. Where was our treasure map sending us to? The upper right corner. No chest for us. Gonna do the courtyard, I think. Should I do the dining room? I really want to have a shovel. And this does have a shovel. That did pay off. Got a coin from the dig site. That's... I mean, it's something, I guess. I thought there was usually a second dig spot in here, but... No, we've got to go up 2 rooms. Well, the corridor will get us there. The East Wing Hall is versatile. Aha. Yes, it's in this very room. I'm going to dig up this hallway. I wonder if the treasure map loot is tied to specific rooms. Like, I know there's one specific case where it'll have something specific, but I wonder if certain coffers of Mount... Oh my gosh. That is fantastic, actually. That is actually fantastic. Okay. Lab. Give me an experiment that gives me steps, please. Around on these tables. The clutter makes it so hard to see if there's an item here or not. So what I'm looking for now really is the pool. Okay, experiment. What do we want to do? Well, we don't want to lose 10 steps and gain 20 gold. The keys could be nice. Chests would be hard to make use of with the number of steps we have left. I think this is probably what I do. It's going to be hard stepwise. All of these are going to be hard stepwise, though. I'm going to do that. That's going to guarantee I have a good time with doors. Like, steps-wise, I am set now. Okay, all these get rid of the east option. The observatory would net me a single coin. Pantry would net me some steps immediately. And some money. I think I take the pantry. I'm gonna keep getting offered it until I take it, so may as well. Yes. Walk-in closet. We do have other outs. We do have the gymnasium. Workshop, though, is pretty tempting. We have a lever now. We don't have as a battery. Money. Can we craft something? Broken lever, compass. Compass and metal detector might actually do something together. Nope, I was remembering wrong. But the shovel, yeah, this is a good combo. Hmm. Yep, I like that. Dining room, just what we needed, actually. It's actually super clutch. And it is fish. Let's see if we get an aquarium. I would take an aquarium from here. Oh. Let me check what direction that opens up to. Great Hall Blueprints Wiki. I know there's a lever in here. East facing, so it's of no use to us. Well, I shouldn't say no use to us, but it's not of a great use to us. Locksmith could be cool, but maybe we take this anyway. Even if we can't access the lever because and that is more entrances. I think we take it for the more entrances. Let's see. 1 in 3 shot of getting the door. Hey! Boudoir is not too shabby. Another item we don't really have a use for, but you know what, I won't say no to it, because actually, I won't say no to it, because we could, like, get other things now. Next time an item spawns in. Magnifying glass plus, I don't know what makes the special item that I'm thinking of. Do some cool stuff. Okay, we are getting more dead ends. Observatory just for the shape, I think. Yeah. I'm gonna go forward here. Use a key. I'd love for there to be a pool here. Just isn't the case. I hate this room. However. I think I'm gonna do some backtracking at this point. Okay, so some more over here. I'm just looking for a secret item. It could be money, it could be a key. It is money. And we'll flip the lever. Although we can't use it. Sadly, it is blocked off. Yeah, so we're gonna take this now. Get our 20 steps. Ooh, look for a battery. We're actually going to do something I generally don't like doing. Okay, let's log into the network. Swan song. Nice. Now we get our dial-up sounds. Fantastic dial-up sounds. And we are going to do remote terminal access. I'm going to log into security remotely. And let's look at the estate inventory. An upgrade disk. Okay. I don't care that I'm missing an upgrade disk. I'm a little disappointed I missed something, but I'm not too mad. Oh, and this is quite a bit of steps to backtrack. Quite possibly not worth it, but, you know... Hmm. Walk-in closet. Give us a key. Give us some food. I mean, that's kind of giving us some food. It helps our step situation at least. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So we got a lot of backtracking now. I can't imagine this being the run at this point. But I could learn some stuff, I guess. By learn some stuff, I mean become more efficient at solving puzzles I do already know how to solve. And this fun little one, we turn this on. We get this flipped the other way. Lets us power the roulette wheel. Oops. Okay, there we go. Let's see? Yay! Gotta be some better way of doing that. I just don't know it. Oh, there is a dig spot here. We could get a turnip. Nope, no turnip for us. Well, let's think about where this goes. This goes... I'm gonna make it go over to the side for a little bit. Flip it this way. That lets us get up here. To turn allows something else that I can't remember. Ah, aha. And it lets us open this switch. But really we won't, yeah. We don't really want a powered room at this point, because it can't be the pool. Terrace, green rooms don't cost anything. That would be nice. We are running low on keys. Conference room extends our reach, so we're gonna pick that. Nothing. What do I hear? There we go, a key. That's actually kind of good. Better chance of items in green rooms? Eh. None of these really help us, so let's reroll. Aquarium would have been good earlier. It's still kind of good now, honestly, though. That was interesting how the acoustics of this room are different than the other room, because the beep changed when I crossed from one place to the... Ooh. Another key. Okay, let's see what is in store for us here. It feels kind of wasteful, but at the same time, we did have 6 gems. Yeah, I feel like I ought to just give up the ghost here. Yet another archive run. We get an apple, though, on the table. That's not horrible. Let's pick this. Because it could benefit us, like unlike those other two. Okay, kitchen. It does change the step game. Where is our whatever it is? Ah, a little bit of money in the corner of the room. You know what? We're probably not coming back here. We're probably not affording anything else worthwhile. Give me a banana. Well, I don't think I'm gonna win, and I don't think I would have gotten full house, but I'm pretty close for getting a day 1 full house, honestly. Depending on how this goes. Veranda. Wine cellar. Mystery room. What's the maid's chamber? Brilliant. Pick this. Oh, finally the nursery. Yeah, there is nothing that can save this run. Well, that was a little sad. I had 3 runs that just didn't get off the ground. Scarlet Inn. That is a fun name at least. We did have a lot of things that kind of went right. Like I had saved. Let's think this through. Could this have been a 1 run? I could have gotten to the tomb. I could have gotten into the antechamber. I couldn't have gotten into the regular underground, though. Okay. Well, I thank you for joining me. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I could have gotten to the regular underground some other way, but I didn't have the pump room set up, is what I'm saying. But anyway, I thank you for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I am still overall enjoying this. I look forward to doing these, even though they aren't always going my way. But I'll see you next time. You have a good one.